Okay, so the light's with me today. It's sunny. I live in a sunroom, so I'm doing a new video. Again, just going to talk about a couple books I've read, give you my opinions. First, I wanted to get into these in my last video, and I didn't. And there's some books by Dorothy Morrison. First one is The Craft by Dorothy Morrison, and then The Craft Companion. And also her book, Everyday Magic. Dorothy Morrison is an author I've come to appreciate over the years. I really never used to like her a whole lot. When I first read The Craft, it gave me a lot of ideas for setting up my own rituals. But I don't know, something about her style of writing, and I guess the fact that I don't know how to word it. I guess something about her style of writing didn't really jive with me. But I find myself referring back to this book when I'm devoid of ideas, which isn't often. It is a good book to have, like Cunningham. She includes lots and lots of information. She also gives you ideas on how to meditate, the basics on ethics with the 13 principles of a witch. She gives you a lot about the elements and the directional quarters. It's definitely a book worth having and a book worth checking out. Now, when I bought this book, I got this book as the companion. And honestly, unless you get these as like a 2-pack, don't waste your time with this. The book is designed to be a journal and a spell book. And on each page, you'll find, I'm trying to find some, I did try writing in this. So what you'll find is spell and then a page for writing. The spells in here really aren't like in depth. You know, I don't know that they would actually help you on your personal growth. You know, a lot of them are very simplistic, like for general financial gain. It's a spell where you need a penny, nickel, dime, quarter, and a green candle. You do it on a Thursday morning, arrange the coins around the candle, and then say, bring cash, now send it on its way. Bring it now, right here today. You let the candle burn, visualize yourself surrounded by money, and then once the candle's burned out, carry the coins around with you. It's a very simple spell. It's an easy one to remember and get the materials for, but unfortunately there's not many excuse me, there's not many spells in here that are as easy to conduct. And some of these maybe are just simple visualizations, but the fact that half the book is divided into like these blank journal pages is what I think depreciates the value of buying it on its own. Myself now, you know, I wish I hadn't written in the book. You know, I could sell it, but because it's written in, it's a waste. And plus, there's, you know, you find notebooks all the time on clearings at different stores. You know, I have at least 3 journals myself. I have more I've kept that I've written in. You know, so just go out and find a nice journal. And if you really want nice, simple spells, this is the book you want. You want this book, Everyday Magic by Dorothy Morrison. This book is chock full of spells for every type of purpose. If you're looking for a spell book, this is the book you want. Not only does it give you spells, but then in the back, you have magical uses of herbs and plants. You have stones, deity associations. It's not as in-depth as The Witch's Handbook by Eileen Holland, but, you know, it's a really good book to have. So, like I said, if you're looking for a spell book, don't get this, get this. Next book I want to address is Wicca for One by Raymond Buckland. And I actually have a couple different books. I think all my coven books, in fact, are by Mr. Buckland. I have a love-hate relationship with him. I like some of the stuff he writes in his books, but then he'll say one thing that like just pisses me off, and I want to put the book down and just stop reading it altogether. But I don't. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Thanks, Lena. You know, Buckland is one of the forefathers of modern Wicca. So his books are always going to be worth checking out. You know, honestly, are there better books to teach you about being a solitary Wiccan? Yes, there are. But this isn't a bad book to pick up. You know, I think I got this for $5 used. So, I mean, it's not like even bad pricing. And this actually includes a little bit more, I'm going to say. Like, it has hand fasting and hand parting, ceremony suggestions, like the whole ritual. It has something for each of the Sabbats. He gives you sunrise and sunset, nighttime tables. You know, there's a lot in here. He also gives you directions for what's called, I guess, a magical square and some numerology instruction. So definitely, if you can find this book, check it out. I haven't seen it in printing for a while, but Amazon probably has it. One Spirit still had it about 2 years ago, so definitely check that out. I'm going to do one more book. I pulled 3. Let's go Silver Ravenwolf. I only own 3 of her books. I haven't read all of her books. I did read Teen Witch when I was a teen myself. Haven't read it since. I may actually get that from the library and do a review for it, because that's another book I see, you know, sort of like a lot of bad reviews about, you know, and I just don't think they're being fair to her. But the book I'm doing is Silver Ravenwolf, A Witch's Notebook, Lessons in Witchcraft. The main complaint I have with Silver Ravenwolf is the main complaint a lot of people have with her, and that is she is sort of unbalanced in her teachings on Wicca and magic. But if you can get beyond that, she does provide a lot of useful information, and she is an excellent author. You know, her writing style is easy to read. It's not boring. She has lots of stories and personal feedback. You know, and like any good author, she gives you appendixes with herbs, stones, you know, the planetary times for magic. You know, she doesn't delve too much into ethics in this one, which is why I really do like this one, and I actually bought it. I'm not going to say this is a beginner's book. I would think this is a book you may want to read after you've read maybe 2 or 3 books on Wicca. You know, perhaps you'd want to pick up her To Ride a Silver Broomstick first. I've never read that one, so I'm not necessarily recommending it, but you may want to start with a lighter book before delving into this one, because this doesn't really address like the basics, like the Sabbats, why we celebrate them. It doesn't really address ethics. You know, it's just lessons on magic, why we do it, how to work it, different ways from different cultures. She especially likes Native American culture, so you get a lot of rituals that incorporate that. She also incorporates some Christianity, but she's actually gotten really good about providing the alternate, like, pagan to that. If you know her angel spell, she has a goddess spell as well, where you know, instead of rattling off the names of the archangels, you go through the names of several goddesses. So, worth picking up. I'm over my time now, so thank you for watching. Have a great day.